Hello, what's up? Welcome back. My name is Rachel if we've never met before, and I channel a lot of messages for the collective as well as my own healing that all have to do with overcoming suffering, empowerment, becoming your happiest and healthiest self. A lot of those things have to do with self-love, intimacy, relationships, physical healing, emotional health. And today, again, so I'm driving, and a lot of my most powerful messages come through when I'm driving. And so in July, it's November. It's actually my mom's birthday today, and I want to start out with, I talked to her, and she was like, I did a birthday meditation this morning. And it was like getting gifts from your ancestors. And she was like, Rachel, it was so cool. And I'm crying because it's like, you know, I've been on this healing path for a while, and now she's kind of finally on it too. Because she was like, I said, what did you get? And she's like, I don't know, they were all really powerful. Like nature, the ocean, and just seeing how powerful the ocean is, and there's always an ebb and flow, the gift of time, like you have enough time, stop rushing. And I was like, yay, like I'm so happy for her. And again, like I'm sure I'm crying because coming from your mom, like you have DNA that's made up, right? Like you're made up of them. So the work that she's doing is finally like changing her body, and I've done a lot of that work too, but as she does it, like I'm also healing new levels and layers. So that's what I wanted to start with. And then in July, I was having a rough July. August and September were really hard, and then October things were finally kind of starting to change, but I like met a guy that was really nice to me, and then I started a new job, and then I quit that damn job, and then he totally just backed away from me too. So I was like, cool, heartbreak, and then not that job again. So now it's November, but I remember in those couple readings from two women that I really respect and I've learned from, you know, they're mentors on this spiritual path, and for me to help other people too. They both said kind of the same message in different readings. In 6 months, in another year, you're going to be in a very different place, and you're going to be really happy that you didn't give up. Like, there were points this year where I was like, I just want to give up. And I don't know if I've ever kind of felt that way. And now that I'm finally, like, I just had a stomach ache the last couple days, so I know that I was releasing old stuff again. Emotional and physical and toxins, and now that I'm finally on the other side of that, right, all these new messages are coming in. And then I remembered too, it's raining a little bit right now, and in many readings with one of those same mentors, she was like, you're a light worker, like the sun is always out, but sometimes it's just covered up with clouds. And it's the same thing with being a powerful soul. Your soul, your heart, your sun is always shining. And yeah, some days the clouds are going to be out, but you can always choose to be your own star. You can always choose to be your own light. You can always choose to be your soul. You can always choose to be your heart and shine that out into the world. Right? And it's just unfortunate that so many people do suffer very, very heavily, and there are reasons for that. So there are the mental reasons, which by that I mean conditions and thoughts and beliefs that we pass around to each other, because a lot of those are actually very disempowering. There are a lot of toxins and chemicals in our system and our world that we've created, and those get into our bodies and cause emotional ups and downs as well as physical symptoms. A lot of us do have, well, all of us have to some certain levels and degrees. We're made up of our DNA and our ancestors, so we do carry those gifts that are handed down. So if you have everyone has spiritual and psychic gifts, but as those are handed down in families, we also hand down the traumas and the emotional imprints, right, and heaviness. So if you notice that you are in the exact same pattern that your parents were or are still when it comes to money or codependent relationships or abuse or violence or whatever, there's a reason for that, right? Everything's just patterns and everything's just energy. So you can decide to, like, I'm going to rise up and out of that. I'm going to do the work to break this cycle because it hurts and it sucks so bad. And yeah, some things you can pay for to help with that, and some things are completely free. Okay, there's lots of ways to overcome challenges. Again, it's just unfortunate that, like, when I had anxiety and depression, the two things that I was conditioned to believe that would fix it would be go to therapy and take a pill, right? And I knew, because I had started this holistic work, I'm like, there is so much more to this journey, and I was 100% right. Right? I found a bunch of energy work and healers to help me. I changed my diet. I brought down inflammation in my body. I removed trauma. I did the subconscious work. And I get that my path it was just like, I wanted to go deeper. There's more to this, right? I really wanted to get in there and get my hands dirty, if you will. But that was also for me to grow and change, so I know that I could do it. And it's also what I'm here to show other people that want to change and grow in that very transformative, effective, quick way. Because it is root cause. You know, there's people, I'm on Reddit now because so many people are seeking advice on there, and it's fascinating. But someone was like, what are your best anxiety coping tools? And some people were like, Xanax and video games and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, these are all just Band-Aids. If you really want to get to the root cause of anxiety, you need to bring down that fear response that's happening in your body fairly consistently. So you do that with vagus nerve work, you do that with removing trauma, you do that with grounding, connecting to nature, right? You do that with somatic work. You chant, you pray, you find something bigger than you choose to forgive. Maybe you need to own up and apologize to people, right? Own up to decisions that you've made. Maybe you need to clean up your diet, understand that you're addicted to video games, or understand that you're addicted to pop, understand that you're addicted to sugar. If you do truly want to be your own soul and stop looking for everything outside of you and externally that will give you meaning and love and purpose, this is the way to do it. And yeah, it's hard and uncomfortable and sucks sometimes and it's lonely, but I 100% again can guarantee to myself that's why I can not only share these messages, but why I'm going to have the rest of my life that I'm going to have. Because I know that I'm going to have the family that I want. And even if I don't get it, I'm still going to have a happy and healthy life. I know that I'm going to make a lot of money being myself. And even if I don't, I know that I went after it. I know all of these things that are in my field. I've been able to see my future since I've been 18. And then what was actually on my life path was to do all these really hard things and invest a lot of time and energy and money to embody the person, the woman that needed to kind of be who I am so I could then create that reality and that life. I know for a fact, as I get older, people that I'm the same age, right, they are going to have relationships that fall apart because they haven't done this inner work. They're going to have bodies that start to fall apart because they haven't done this healing work. So, going back to my main point, right, the sun is always out even if there's clouds. You are always your own sun, you're always your own star, you're always your own soul, you're always your own helper, you're always your own hero, you're always your own healer, even if it feels cloudy and like you're in a fog sometimes. If you do want more one-on-one support with this kind of work and becoming happy and healthy and abundant and overcoming your suffering, I do offer coaching, I do offer healing, I do offer readings, so let me know, and I'd